Pentagram Publishing for reaching out to me. They reached out to me and asked me if I would like to review their decks, and I went on their website and I picked out a couple that I was interested in, and this is the first one, and I will do another video for the second deck, so keep on the lookout for that. So this is their card, and this deck, which is the Granny's Postcards Lenormand, is the deck I chose for today. So, oh my goodness. Now, I chose this deck because you know how I love everything vintage and vintage artwork. So look how beautiful this is. So cute. We've got the traditional mail, like this is an envelope. And let's see what it says on the back. So the description in the back is in English and in Russian, I believe, and this deck was created in 2021 by Mykola Taradajko. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, but it says Lenormand deck created from vintage postcards. In the last century, these postcards were brought and presented, and now they are already a museum rarity. The deck contains postcards from different years of the 20th century from Europe, the USA, and the USSR. How exciting! This is a nice hardcover two-piece box with thumb cutouts. Now, these seem like they're going to be a little bit larger than normal Lenormand cards, but that's okay in my book. So just a plain two-piece hard cover box, and there is a little insert which we'll take a look at in just a minute. But wow, this is so fun. So as you can see, yes, they are larger than a Lenormand deck, a normal Lenormand deck, which is, you know, bridge or poker size. So that's okay with me. Just with the larger size cards, you know, if you're doing a grand tableau with a deck like this, you need to make sure you have plenty of room on your table. But look at the back. It's got this beautiful little wax seal, and the backs are like they're an envelope, so like a postcard or a letter, and I think that's charming. It is a glossy cardstock. Thin but not flimsy, so it should be easy to shuffle. And what I think I'm going to do here is I think I'm going to do my musical flip through, and then I'll meet you on the other side. hope you enjoyed that musical flip through of the Granny's Postcards Lenormand. Now, you know, you've been on my channel long enough that this deck has, you know, the aesthetic that I like. All things vintage. This vintage loving girl is just loving these images. Now, I do like that these cards are bigger rather than smaller because of the postcard artwork. Like I said, might be a little tricky if you're trying to do a grand tableau, but I understand totally why they made it larger. Now, as you can see, the card is numbered, and then you have the title of the card and then the corresponding playing card association here. And I love how the border looks like it's torn vintage paper. I love that about this. Now, this card right here, let me show you what deck I have in my collection that it reminds me of. The aesthetic in this Lenormand deck reminds me so much of the Guardian Angel tarot cards by, well, really now, Radley Valentine. Now, do you see how the artwork has a similar aesthetic and feel? I don't use this deck as a typical tarot deck. It doesn't work for me that way. I use it more as a message or as an oracle deck. But I can see pulling 3 cards, a quick 3-card reading with the Lenormand, and then pulling this as a message. Do you see how well it goes together? And of course, you know, the whole feel of the, you know, the artwork, same time period. Same time period. So I think it would be charming, you know, I could lay out 3 cards, do a 3-card Lenormand pull, and then I have this message. I could pull one of these as a message, and I think it's fantastic. I really love the European feel. I think probably most of these postcards were found in Europe or in Russia. As it says in the back of the box. I like how the mice, typically known as mice card, the mice card is called rats. You know, this looks like Cinderella almost, a depiction from Cinderella. But just look how well this goes. How well these cards go together with the Guardian Angel tarot cards. And I'll show you another deck that they would fit with as well. This deck goes well with my Antiquarian Tarot by Marie Bento, Divine Muses. Do you see? For those of you who like to combine tarot with your Lenormand, I always like to use, instead of pulling a ton of clarifiers, you know, tarot clarifiers, I like to pull 3 Lenormand cards, and I find that works for me. And, you know, just to get more practice with my Lenormand skills, I think this deck is charming. So for those of you who may like to use tarot with your Lenormand or Lenormand with your tarot, however way you use it, I think this deck, the Antiquarian Tarot, and also the Guardian Angel Tarot card deck is, they're great choices. Let's give the deck a quick shuffle, and it shuffles fine. It's not flimsy. The cardstock is not too thick. It's great. Before we finish up, let's take a quick look at the little white book. So, it looks like it's very, very basic. So let's see. For the writer, you get the playing card association, the 9 of Hearts. Basic meaning, so you get news, messages. Okay, so they're being very succinct here. For a quick answer, it's a yes card. In time or terms, it means quickly. So a quick turnaround or a quick message or something is coming quickly. So it has that for all 36 cards, and then, okay, so you get that in English, and then the rest of the guidebook is just it's in Russian, which is very cool. I am utterly charmed by this Lenormand deck, and I'm so grateful that Pentagram Publishing reached out to me so that I could review this deck. I think it's fantastic. I checked the prices on their website, and all of their decks are very, very economical, really economical. And coming from the Ukraine, I'm very, very surprised at how quickly the decks came to me from the time that I was reached out to. So I'm going to say a 2 thumbs up. So I would like to hear your thoughts. Please post them down in the comments and let me know. Does this tick all the boxes for your vintage loving soul, if you have one like me? And what do you look for in Lenormand cards? Is the larger size a deal breaker to you, or like me, you know, for art like this, I'm very grateful that the cards are a little bit larger. So that's it for today. If you found any value to this video, please consider hitting a like, a subscribe, and yeah, I'll be back with another video. Yes, I'll be back with the other deck that was in the box very soon. So look out for that. Bye for now.